So Donald Trump was able to make an agreement with the company Carrier to keep 1,000 jobs in Indiana. So out of the, I believe, 3,000, they will be still outsourcing 2,000 over to Mexico, but they were able to get 1,000 here, and it was the biggest news in the media. Everyone was writing stories about it. Everyone was saying how Trump cares about the American people. This, blah, whatever, all of that stuff. Now, I'm not saying that 1,000 jobs being kept here is not a good thing. It is a good thing, but there is a huge catch that seems to be brushed to the side for some reason. So, um, basically, he did it in exchange for $7 million in tax breaks over a span of 10 years. So what I don't understand is this is not somewhere where you can compromise, because this is the American job. These are the American jobs. These are the American taxes. I mean, you're basically making taxpayers pay them to keep those 1,000 people's jobs. And first of all, I don't even know if that's a good compromise. Look at the numbers of that. 7 million? 7 million for 1,000 jobs staying here? So, anyways, the point is that not only is it that seems like a very weak deal, but number two, that shouldn't be something he has to compromise on. He should say, hey, you're going to have to keep them all, or we're going to tax the shit on your imports, and then you won't make any fucking profit. So there should be, if this guy's the strong guy and he's the one for the American person, American people, whatever you want to call it, number one, he shouldn't have to compromise. Number two, he shouldn't get a shitty deal. Let me remind you that there are still more than 1,000 jobs from the same company that will be shipped overseas to Mexico. Actually, I probably shouldn't have said overseas, but it's going to be shipped to Mexico, outsourced, okay? So, actually, Bernie Sanders did an amazing op-ed, in my opinion. It's a fucking op-ed, so it's going to be my opinion that I say that it's good. And I have some quotes here for you to kind of set the background for it. And he brings up a lot of good points, like he usually does. So we got a quote here. So quote, let's be clear. United Technologies is not going broke. Last year, it made a profit of 7.6 billion and received more than 6 billion in defense contracts. It has also received more than 50 million from the Export-Import Bank and very generous tax breaks. In 2014, United Technologies gave its former chief executive Louis Chenevert a golden parachute worth more than 172 million. Last year, the company's 5 highest paid executives made more than 50 million. The firm also spent $12 billion to inflate its stock price instead of using that money to invest in new plants and workers. Okay, so this sets the background. You would think that, like, oh, they're going to outsource their jobs to Mexico because, oh, they need to make profit so badly. That's bullshit, man. These guys, the top guys, are making hella money. They don't need the money. It's just they're looking to, expand their pockets. So that's not the reason to do it. Now, that just gives the person trying to prevent them from outsourcing more ammo, right? That's what it should do. Just think about these douchebags are trying to outsource jobs of people living paycheck to paycheck and try to feed their families, and these douchebags have fucking golden parachutes. What the fuck? What kind of shit is this? Anyways, okay. We're going to go on to another quote here. Quote, if United Technologies or any other company wants to keep outsourcing decent paying American jobs, those companies must pay an outsourcing tax equal to the amount of money they expect to save by moving factories to Mexico or other low-wage countries. They should not receive federal contracts or other forms of corporate welfare. They must pay back all of the tax breaks and other corporate welfare they have received from the government. Okay, I mean, I couldn't say it better myself, right? They shouldn't be able to do this and still profit. They should get huge taxes, and they should not be able to get corporate welfare. If, like, people always bitch about welfare, but look at the corporate welfare going on. I mean, you're bitching like not, I don't know about the media necessarily, but the people you hear always have you played, like they make you mad at people who are on welfare, but really they aren't like getting shit compared to what these fuckers on corporate welfare are getting. I mean, just look at Verizon. forget what year it was, got millions or billions of dollars in corporate welfare. These fucking corporations are shady as shit, and there needs to be something done to stop these fuck faces.